running back. Hello, that's the jag calling. Let me click over real quick to let my jag talk it.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15.
We got this. Here we go. 50 took the outlaw. Check 53's right. Get that quarterback at all costs.
Fake handoff to Johnson. Now here's Murray. Caught on the left side, Fitzgerald. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. Murray with a 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10. Now the 3rd leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 7, Mayfield caught left side, it's Beckham. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. A 1st down throw for Mayfield. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Pull it together. Hey, high 7. 58, come on. 58, come on. Hurry, hurry. Need some therapy. Up, up.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Regular. Hurry. Mike, 58, right there.
From the red zone now, Mayfield to the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Alert.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
Sheldon Richardson there to make the play.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the Browns' 37-yard line.
On 2nd down now. It's Johnson, and he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, TJ Logan. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
The Cardinals worst in the NFL, 6 of 16 on 4th down last year, but they'll try it here. Here we go with Johnson. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now Johnson. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Y'all playing the wrong football. Hey, Mike's 42. Mike's up.
And now Murray's going to set up to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, D-Lock, let's get in there. Let's get in there. King. Hurry.
Out of his end zone, Mayfield. Over the middle to Beckham. And they work this out past the 25. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Up. Hey, alert 33. Point it right. Regular. Go.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Set. 20. Real. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Up. Check 13. Show it. Run.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. So many connections between the two quarterbacks in this game, Baker Mayfield and Kyler Murray. Both Heisman Trophy winners. Obviously, you've got the Oklahoma connection. Both #1 overall picks. And both also won a state title in high school in the state of Texas. And neither guy is a very tall quarterback. Baker Mayfield at 6'1", Kyler Murray just at 5'10". Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Out. Run. Pistol. Hurry.
Now Mayfield. And he rifles it complete, caught by Landry. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Let's go one more. Pistol. Hey, alert!
First down, Mayfield. That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Antonio Callaway, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics, and they do so much repetition and practice, off-season, the whole deal. They expect it to be autopilot once the games start. That way it eliminates any type of pressure of the game, pressure of people in your face, all of that. That didn't shine through on that throw, though, did it?
No. A little bit of a dangerous pass and off target, too. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. Mayfield off the play fake. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. D Ford in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
That goes for a gain of 31. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Take 4, take 4.
Play action. Now it's Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. On the corner blitz that time, the sack goes to Denzel Ward. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. He goes full extension, and he's got it. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sione Takitaki. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long.
Kill, 22, jet, bomber. 22, jet, bomber. 58 to Mike. And the ball.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Hurry, hurry!
Here's Mayfield. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Chandler Jones in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Johnson the intended target, but now it's 3rd down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Mayfield down. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Corey Peters slipping in and getting the sack. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Alert, alert, alert.
Mayfield. And now he'll turn, and off his back foot, trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. After the turnover, here's Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Richardson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Murray now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10.
Regular. Up left.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to look for Beckham. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there. They'll run the option right here on 1st down. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
58, boys, 58, 58, Mike. In your face.
Second down, Murray sets to throw. Buying time to his left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. Uses the stiff arm. He can run for it, and he will. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Cardinals, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Larry Ogunjobi in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Murray now. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Really nice gain on the completion. However, still 3rd and goal that they face now. They come out here in the I. This is 3rd and goal. Still looking for the first points of the game. Murray keeps it himself. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 50. The 30. 20. 10. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Joseph now to have the PAT. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Browns 21, Cardinals nothing.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And, you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Murray now on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Murray with a 3rd and long. And that's knocked away and incomplete. T.J. Carey right there in coverage. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
58, boys, 58, 58, Mike. Okay, this ball back for the offense, let's go. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Murray sets to throw on 4th. And he's taken down. This will be a Browns sack. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position.
Set, 180. Mike, 58, right there. We own this. We own. Hurry.
Mayfield on 1st down. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Buda Baker with a pick. Landry the intended target. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, no fourth quarter. Under pressure, they got him again. Sione Takitaki in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
To try again after the sack. Murray, that's Isabella open on the right side. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Solomon Thomas, they love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack. I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is, will he be able to bounce back in the next one? Because right now, this has not been his game.
Another try after the first down sack. Murray. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Murray and company going for it on fourth. And this is incomplete. It was Sheldrick Redwine with good coverage that time as he was there to knock it away. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. We're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. And this is caught for a Browns touchdown by Landry. Jarvis Landry with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And it is 28-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Myles Garrett in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Murray going to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
That right now That's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Short. Mike 42, Mike 42. I'm coming. Check, 42's the mic. Check, 42's the mic.
They're going for it. It's Murray. And he's got Fitzgerald. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. The young buck finding the veteran there. There is 14 years separating Kyler Murray and Larry Fitzgerald. Murray turning 22 back on August 7th, and on August 31st, Larry Fitzgerald turned 36. But these two guys like each other, and it shows on the field. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Murray. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The safety, Morgan Burnett, that time gets home for the sack. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
On 4th down, Murray. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Isabella. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw, it's Murray. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Christian Kirksey. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Looking for Fitzgerald, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Greedy Williams, the rookie from LSU. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Robert Alford. And he will score. Touchdown Cardinals. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started, and a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Back to it after the pick 6, Mayfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. John Johnson with the INT. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flushed out right. This one caught by Isabella. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. To throw is Murray. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. Dancing to his left. score. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kyler Murray, 28 yards. And the Cardinals turning that interception into a touchdown.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Real. 58, right? Hey, Haywood! 58, right there. I'm coming for you. You mine! Hey, 58 is a mic. Go 50. Hurry! Watch the run!
So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And my goodness, another interception. Buda Baker with a pick. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Murray. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Sione Takitaki. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
So for Cleveland, the final 2 weeks are going to tell the story for them as they move to 9-5 with the win. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they drop their 10th game now to fall to 4-10. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle.
It's lonely on top of the throne. I am a king of the pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the road is my home and there's so many miracles burning my dome and like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it slow. I'm sturdy as hell, as a vessel alone. They showing me love in my city. Gangs ain't hippies. Women like Nick, you know what I'm about. I'm not the stereotypes. They do not fit me. I'm bigger than life. Gave everyone jobs. I'm not a guard. Go hard with a squad. I'm playing my part, but I'm LeBron. Rings of the team. I feel Jackson and hard. The homie calling from a cell. A couple of homies be making it. I just want all of them dudes to the well. Not worry about taking a couple of L's. Don't sin for me, just win for me. Don't kill for me, just live for me. Keep it real for me. We eat together, leave the bill for me like. Hand on my heart, I give it all I got. Walk the walk and talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Yeah. on my heart, no, I give it all I got. Wanna walk, talk the talk, take it higher, that's on God. Never stopping, that's on us. Always winning, never lost. GPS, I never lost. GPS, I never lost. Who do it better than me? Yeah. Vision on 2020, yeah. VVS, Clarity, yeah. Determination, laser focus, banging on they know they taking notice, taking notice, taking notice. Determination, laser focus, banging on they know they taking notice.
Yeah. One up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make